Well, hello and welcome to this video. Recently, I was just in a workshop for a full day with some of our clients, and one of them was asking me around, how to design a marketing strategy just for them. And sometimes I feel like people want some magic bullet that's just going to change their life, or make just a massive difference. And so today, what I want to do is I want to show you something. It's really simple, and some of you are probably going to give me slack for this, but this was a paying client in the room, and we were able to deliver real value just by following this process. So if your challenge is marketing and sales right now, what we need to do is we just simply need to look at the workflow. So if we map this out, and this is how you get a lead, this is how you convert the lead, and this is how you get paid, what I want to do is I want to have a look at the steps in the process. Most people, what they want to do is just fill the bucket at this front end. But more often than not, more often than not, 90% of the time, people are getting leads. They're getting referrals, and they're doing a very poor job of converting here into actual money. And even though I say this, there's a large portion of people right now saying, no. When I get in front of someone, I convert really, really well. Okay, well, you may think you do, but you're not holding on to these clients, or maybe they're not repeat clients. Because if that was the case, you'd have a very big firm. So what we need to do is, instead of looking at how to be able to fill the bucket, what we want to do is actually look at the walls of the bucket. How do we actually block this bucket off and fill this bucket? So specifically, what does that look like? So, here, when someone answers the phone script 1, the phone script 2. So when people answer the phone, show me the scripts. Show me the scripts on how you answer the phone. It's how we answer the phone. It's how, when people walk into our premise, it's how we approach them, which matters. If you don't have a script, it also presupposes you don't have a training on how to use that script. If you don't have a training, you don't have a methodology. So already what I know is, if you have a methodology, a training, and a script, your conversions and your marketing efforts are going to be significantly better than if you didn't. But what happens is people just go, no, Troy, what I need is I just need more leads. Give me more leads. I go, well, I don't think you should put more leads into a bucket that isn't even defined. And sometimes what we want is heaps and heaps of inquiries, instead of just taking advantage of the ones that we've got. Then we get further down, right? We might have the initial meeting. We might have the second meeting. So during these meetings, we may then have the opportunity to quote. So then I say things like, okay, well, let's have a look. Do you have a training and a system on how to have this initial meeting? Do you then have a methodology for the video, for the system to be able to have that initial meeting? And even if it's just yourself, the only way I can help you get better, or you help yourself get better, is if you have these 3 things in place. But then, so let's say successfully we generate the lead. We then successfully have call number 1 or call number 2 to then book the initial meeting. Now I've got all these things in place. We need the same thing for the second meeting. And then quoting. More often than not, there might be a rough methodology, but it's not documented. There's no real video training on how to pump out quotes efficiently, effectively, and on time. And then there may not be a system where there's a template where they can be able to churn these quotes out fast enough. So if you're looking at answering the question, how do I get more leads? I'm okay with talking about that. But if you don't have the machine behind the leads, if you go and you spend money on marketing, SEO, Facebook, and LinkedIn, but you don't have this machine in place, it's as good as getting this bucket and having just a massive hole in the bottom, because it will just tip out the bottom. And if you've been in business for a very long time, for a few years, and your business is plateauing and you're thinking leads is going to make a difference, this is the thing that we should be looking at. So if you want to map out your marketing and sales flow so that you can start to look at the machine, somewhere here will be a link for you to download this template, for you to be able to go through and answer some of the questions. What's the direction of the business? Who's the ideal client? What's the structure you're going to roll out, and map out the workflows. When you do this, you're going to be in much a better situation to be able to determine where you put your marketing dollars, and you're going to be already in a better position to be able to convert the current sales that are coming through. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I'll see you later.